Hello everyone, this is Bhupen Sharma and in this video we'll discuss about Spring Boot. So let's get started. Why Spring Boot? While working with the Spring framework, you might have noticed below pain points. One of them is that provide all the compatible libraries for a specific version of Spring and configure them. Take example of Spring with Hibernate. So it should have a compatible version with Hibernate, otherwise your Spring might not work with Hibernate the way it's supposed to. The second point is majority of the time we configure data source, transaction manager, entity manager, beans, sources in the same way. Now we ask this question, if the majority of the time we are using the same configuration and tweaking them little bit based on our need, it would be better if we can automate them. Welcome to Spring Boot. And it is exactly doing what we talked earlier, and it is simplifying Spring for everyone. Now what is Spring Boot? It's a framework which has written on top of Spring to ease the bootstrapping and development of new Spring applications. As you see in the diagram, Spring Boot sits between the user and the Spring framework so that it can use the whole ecosystem of Spring. It provides default code and annotations to quick start your project. It built production grade applications which is available for deployment as soon as possible with so many features like actuator, logging, security, so fast. It follows the opinionated configuration approach, so it faster your development time. So in simple word, if I have to explain Spring Boot, it is a Spring framework plus your embedded servers minus your XML bean configuration. So that is pretty much what Spring Boot defines itself. Now I have listed out few of the advantages. There are much more advantage, but few of them is it is very easy to integrate your Spring Boot applications with the Spring ecosystem, which includes JDBC, ORM, data, security, batch, and all sort of things, cloud. It has embedded HTTP servers like Tomcat and Jetty, which gives us the flexibility to start your applications faster, multiple mode of deployments as well. It has plugins. It provides a lot of plugin to develop and test your Spring Boot applications, and has a build tool like Maven and Gradle. Comes to limitations, there are not much limitations, but I found out one or two based on my experience. And one is that starting a new project is very easy in a Spring Boot, but if you're trying to convert your existing Spring MVC project or a Spring project to a Spring Boot, you find it a little frustrating because a lot of things has been auto-configured automatically in Spring Boot, and your Spring project might have those XMLs which is not very easy to automate them. So you might have to override your Spring Boot auto configuration classes, and that might be a little tricky and frustrating as well. And the second point is also more or less the same based on the first point, because we use opinionated approach. A lot of things has been auto configured. Now if you don't want those auto configurations, you might have to tweak them or change them, and which can be a little frustrating. That's all for this video. Thank you guys.